guys, Art Tip Wednesdays is back! I am so excited to be doing this again every week where I am reviewing artwork submitted by you guys. First on the list is Unique Charms, and she made an awesome little up cameo. By the way, I'm like looking at this on my phone, so if I'm looking down, that's why. I have to say, you did a really good job with the detail. Were you planning on making it more of a pastel look? Because if you were, it is really spot on. I just know in general that the up house has more vibrant colors on it, but the balloons are really impressive. That must have taken a long time to do. The strings themselves that like attach the house to the balloons are kind of hard to see, so it almost looks like the balloons are some kind of Skittles cloud, if that makes any sense. Maybe make it a little more defined as balloons themselves, which obviously I know it's a bunch of balloons on top of a house that's flying through the sky, but I mean that's just the only thing I could really see because everything else just looks so awesome. The next is by Tarragon, and specifically they asked, how can I improve my coloring skills? I kind of wish you did specify what you did use to color. It looks like either Copics or watercolor, I'm assuming by what you're doing, and I really think you did a good job with the blending on the dorsal fin, because I can see where you did the gradient with the yellow to the orange and then had a little bit of defined orange. The one thing I can see the most is you're a little shy when it comes to your shading, and I don't really see any highlights. So you don't really have to do this to go for more realism, but in general it just makes it look better even if you're not trying to do a realism thing. I used to have issues where I was like too afraid to put too much shadowing, and when I really stopped worrying about it and just kind of went for it, it really made a big difference when I started doing a lot more shadowing than I thought was necessary. And really, if you're looking for things like that, the best thing to do is to look at actual photos in nature to see just how harsh the shadows are, because it's more than you would really think, because you don't notice them if you're not paying attention. As for the highlights, I don't really see any highlights at all, so it makes the overall color look a little flat. So really, shading and highlights is going to make a big difference. I really do love the speckle look you did on the fish overall. It really gives it a really subtle look. Overall, I just really love how this little fish looks. Specklefish. It's really cute. The next one is by Clay Girl Forever, and she made some little chibi girls that are like mint theme. It's a really cute idea. One thing I see is maybe you could work on keeping your clay smooth. Like, I understand on the body itself you purposely made that cross-hatching look, but maybe on the arms and the legs and the head, they look like you maybe got like your fingernails in them, which for me, I know when I'm sculpting I have to keep my nails short because that will happen. And the head looks a little rough, so maybe work on making the head more smooth and not like squishing it around as much. A little tip for the hair, if you wanted to make the chocolate chips look a little more blended into the clay, I would chop up a bunch of little pieces of the black or brown, whatever color it is, and then bake those pieces. Once they're baked, then mix it into your mint colored clay so they're hard and you're mixing it into the soft clay, and it kind of blends it all together so it doesn't just look like you squish pieces of clay on the top, if that makes sense. Maybe something that would help is if you looked up a tutorial video on how to make like a chocolate chip, and they'll show you how they mix in the chips into the clay. Really, it's a cute idea, and the best way to improve is just to keep on practicing. The next one is of RainbowDash, and Erin, I'm sorry, I know this is really late. You tagged this back when I did my last Art Tip Wednesdays, which was several months ago, I believe, but I mean, I'll still do it now. I remember watching the work in progress pictures that you posted of making this, and honestly, it's hard for me to find anything to improve on because you are just such a talented artist and have skills higher than me in some areas. I'm assuming you're going for a more cartoon look for the sculpture, so there's really no need to focus on shading and highlights, and the glaze looks nice, especially because it's more of a cartoon look. So really, especially since this was painted, if I can remember, it was painted and not colored clay, right? Because I can't even tell. I can't see any brush strokes or anything. It's beautiful. You did a good job. Well, that's it for today. Ooh, that was loud. Well, that's it for I can't talk today. Thank you all so much for submitting your artwork, If you want to help me keep on doing this every week, be sure to tag your artwork on Instagram or Twitter to Look Shipwreck. When you tag your picture, if you want me to give you any specific advice, be sure to ask a question with your tag. So be sure to send your artwork in so I can do this next week, and I really appreciate it. Also, if you guys want some more art tips, don't forget to stay tuned for Friday's vlog where I will give you guys tips on creating your own concept art. So if you really want to know how to make your own original character, be sure to check out Friday's vlog. And I will see you guys Friday. Bye.